Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream here. Today we are live streaming the IRT Wintercup right here for IRT drivers, and today I am joined by Charlie. Charlie, how are you doing, mate?
I'm not too bad. You guys may know me as Chizza, but yeah, had a long break from F1, so it's gonna be interesting. I've not watched or participated in anything for a good few months, so it's good to be back alongside you, Stefan. I'm quite excited for this because, as well as it being competitive, it's going to be quite fun. Obviously, we've got some fun prizes, certain little rules here and there. But yeah, no, excited to be back.
Exactly. It's gonna be exciting to see how this is gonna go. Of course, this is the first edition we're gonna do of the IIT Winter Cup, so yeah, gonna be looking forward to that. There's gonna be 20 drivers representing um, us today, and split into 10 teams. So it'll be two drivers per team, and yeah, it's going to be fairly exciting to see here. But before we start off, how was your Christmas, Charlie?
It was alright, yeah, not too bad. I was hoping for some snow, but there was no snow, so I'm a bit disappointed. It was alright,
That
yeah, not bad.
that is a bit of a shame, of course. I would have loved it, but yeah, it seems to be getting less occurring the snow, so that
Climate
sucks.
change
But
and all that.
yeah, exactly. That's gonna suck, but hopefully today the drivers will put in a good show. Like Charlie mentioned, there are some numerous challenges that drivers are gonna have to um, withhold throughout the season here. So there's 8 rounds in total, and the drivers have to select different challenges throughout, including a qualifying ban, double point system, wet races, 35% races, wet to dry to wet challenge, for example. I think it's the other way around, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen here? Do you have any predictions for today, Charlie?
Yeah, so I mentioned my prediction to you before we went live. Team 2 of Bashi and Aiden, they're my favourites.
Okay, yeah, they're a very strong team. I don't think there's any weak team out there, to be honest. My personal favorite should be if you get the teams up quickly. Um, Let me quickly get the teams up. There you go. I think underrated team that's gonna do quite well is going to be Nick and Jamie. I think they can do quite well, especially with Lionel. They should be doing quite well. And then Gurman and Leo should be doing really well at the same time. So yeah,
Panos has just been kicked from the lobby.
that's simply lovely.
Right, okay, perfect. So who else are we waiting for?
Waiting for Phil and Panos.
Panos.
So just a quick interruption there, but should be.
Okie dokie, so So, before we get going, I'm just going to run through the calendar challenges. So, this is going to be, well, I'll sort of go through the format at the same time. It's an 8 race calendar. Uh, this first one is the Canadian Grand Prix. It's a one-shot quali, 5 lap race, as you can see. However, there is a rule to it that you must pit lap 1 for softs. So, is that the first lap you have to, or just 1 lap in the whole race, Stefan?
Correct. You have to pit lap on for soft
Okay, for lap
tires.
1.
The
Yeah.
freezing cold challenge. So the tires will be extremely cold, and all drivers have to be on the dries from the rest on the road.
Yeah. And as we go along in the races, we will explain to you guys watching what will happen, the sort of rules going on, and obviously we have some wild cards being thrown in as well, which we'll get onto once we are underway.
It looks like we're gonna have a new lobby because Phil cannot join, or
Yeah, no, it's Panos. He says he thinks he's joining, but
same for
he
Phil. So it looks like we might have to do a new lobby then, which sucks, but we want to get everyone involved. I think that is the better shout here.
yeah, I think.
Seems,
Oh wait, one of them is.
yeah, we've got 19 in, so let's see, don't.
Yeah, someone else has been kicked now as well.
Don't know
Okay, I
what's
think.
going on. We're gonna get a new lobby going, so
Yeah, people are backing up.
yeah. So that sucks, but yeah, this is the way it is. So we're gonna get a new lobby going quickly, um, and yeah, should be alright. Hopefully everyone is good in the chat. Apparently Senna said I'm washed, so screw you, Senna. And Nick, line on. I don't use line. Well, we're kind of nice at this time of the year, so no, so line will be allowed, but others have to turn it off uh, once the season starts, of
We
course.
should have sorted a forfeit for anyone who's using Line. You can use it, but there's a forfeit. We should have done
Probably
that.
should have.
Senna, yeah, you are washed. That's why we're commentating, and not driving. So
Exactly,
thank you
I'm
for that one,
so
Senna.
washed. Couldn't agree
Someone's
more.
got to commentate, so the washed can do it. It's how it rolls.
Oh well, we're gonna be alright, so we're just gonna wait for new invites. So we're just gonna talk to you guys and also just quickly talk through the calendar here. So we're gonna start off with the Canadian Grand Prix. I know you just mentioned that, Charlie. Yeah, we're gonna start with the Canadian Grand Prix. Um, then we'll switch to Monza. And then with the Mexican Grand Prix. I've just been invited by Thomas. Lovely. Something was wrong and your request wasn't sent. I don't know why that's the case. Anyway, we had the Mexican Grand Prix as the third race, then Zandvoort, and then Qatar. Then we've got the United States Grand Prix around Texas. Then we've got Barcelona, and then we've got the last race, which is Austria. For race one, we have got the ice cold challenge, which we just mentioned as well. Ice cold challenges, ice cold race. I'm sorry, where the drivers will be on dry tires throughout. They have to pit on lap one to make sure the challenge actually makes sense. And then we've got the Italian Grand Prix, standard 5 lap race. Then we've got the Mexican Grand Prix, which is the US Attorney Challenge, which is P20 gets 20 points, P1 gets only 1 point, but all drivers must finish the race in 7 minutes and 50 seconds time. If you go over the timer, then you will miss out on valuable points. So it's a risk if you go for P20. So yeah, that's a challenge for everyone. Are you gonna take that risk going for P20? Or are you gonna settle for like a P10? Damage is off, so people cannot like fully take out each other. I know we're used to having low quality drivers, So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see. Then we switch over to race 4 now, which is the Dutch Grand Prix. That will be a 35% race, which will start dry. I'm I wrote the rules
Yeah,
myself and I don't even know them. Wow.
you're right. It's dry to wet.
It's dry to
To
wet
dry.
to dry. That's
To
gonna be
dry.
interesting. Typical
Yeah.
Dutch weather. It's apparently people said it's the year 2023 where it rained the most on like daily basis. So um, why not add another Dutch race, which is wet? So that's gonna be lovely. See how people gonna hold that. So also got every. Als we even quickly have to. So we've got another qualifying ban here for another team. It's interesting to see. If we go to team, what's the team name called? Um, yeah, because the team Rudolph Racing has got a qualifying ban as well. That's interesting to see. Also got a qualifying ban, including Phil and Jet for the first race. Um,
So yeah, that is the first wild card of the first race.
yeah, exactly.
So wait, there's two qualifiers.
Yeah, for Phil and Jet and Ennis and Seep. So
Okay, perfect. All right. And no double points for the first race. So the point system will be completely normal for this first one.
yeah, so normal points, but it's gonna be a wet race. So
Yeah.
so people trying to use their wildcard will be too late now, as the timer is starting now, and then
So they can use their wild card when they want, right? Amazing chat.
exactly, amazing.
Yeah. So here we are. Why is it looking dry?
Because it's qualifying. We've got one shot
I see.
qualifying,
Okay.
and then it will be wet for the race.
Okay.
All qualifying, uh, all qualifying laps will be dry.
Okay. Okay. I'm learning along with the chat.
There we go. One shot qualifying is starting. Hopefully, we've got other cars reading the rules. And yes, it's true. We've got Ennis, Seep, and Phil all getting disqualified now because they've got the qualifying ban here. As Frank is currently leading the field here ahead of Leo Aris and Gurnman in third place. But positions are slowly but surely switching around here on the Canadian circuit. Frank being first at the moment ahead of Jamie here, who's climbed up to second place here with a random livery as he didn't have his livery prepared here, the absolute amateur he is. So, but he's currently in second place here, so it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up here. Another couple of drivers making mistakes here with Gurman and Jasper being at the back here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this can unfold up. But Leo Ari is taking first place at the moment with Pangri actually joining the session right now. He probably has some issues joining the session here with his connection. Shame for him. So he's going to be starting 14th, still not last as Jasper, the NPC version of himself, is in last place. But it's going to be Jamie currently in pole position with Aiden shooting up a couple of positions now. And Nathan also in third place right now. So So, and it
And
will
yeah,
be Jamie on pole position for the first Grand Prix here. He will get the first officially on-track points, as of course Christmas Tree has scored 10 points for the livery, but Jamie scoring their first points for pole position. So,
and there
so
you
yeah,
have it.
there you go on Charlie.
Yeah. I was just trying to look, see, what team kind of came off best there. But honestly, it's kind of spread out between any team, isn't it? It's not really a team here that look better than everyone else. It's more absolutely spread out completely. I think this is going to be chaos, but I'm all here for it, and I'm excited.
Yeah, should be a good race here, hopefully. With some interesting strategy here now. If you're at the back of the field, like Thomas, Rojuel, and Marley are currently, it won't be an easy task here. As of course, with world cars here, the pit lane is randomized, so you could have a completely different teammate here. So that's going to be interesting to see how the game treats that. Are you going to be lucky on Christmas and it's gonna be yeah, let's see how it's gonna go. I can't get my words out to be honest today. I'm that excited for this event, so you're gonna have to carry.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel like there's a lot of information to kind of give out and to cover at the same time while, watching the chaotic race in front of you. So it might be a bit confusing at times, but I'm sure it'll, plan out fine.
Exactly. For the first event, it will be a bit random, but hopefully the drivers are looking forward to it. I've heard many happy drivers, to be honest, looking forward to this event. As we're quickly loading into the setting right now, also we've got a full wet Canadian Grand Prix here, and all drivers must be making a pit stop at the end of lap 1, otherwise they will be disqualified, because I clearly said in the rules you must pit lap 1. So if you don't, then you'll be disqualified, and that's then your mistake, as you will lose valuable points. It will be points per position, so for this race it will be P1 that gets 20 points, and then P20 gets 1 point. But some races will be different, so that's going to be interesting to see for the first race of the IRT Wintercup here, as we're loading up now with 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go. It seems a good start there from Leo Aries there. Better than Jamie. We're struggling to get off the field here. We're getting good traction here. And it looks like Leo Aries will take the lead as Jamie drifts into turn 1. Goes a bit wide, doing an Alonso here in turn 1. Couple of incidents behind here with Gurman and Bombi struggling here at the back of the field. It's going to be unbelievable scenes here with Evan now in second place all of a sudden. And making his way up to the field here. And Aiden up to third place now. Struggling a bit, traction a bit. And it looks like Nathan has cut the corner up to second place right now, but having to get some positions going here as he got the track way with many cars being everywhere here. It's so wet currently, and Nathan has spun here. Nathan has spun with the wet tire, and he reset the track there. Of course, this is not an official league race, so won't be penalized as much, but yeah, he's now down to P13 with Bash picking up a 3-second penalty for yellow flags here. All the chaos unfolding here, and we have not even made a pit stop yet, and Leo Aris is bolted away from the rest of the field, being nearly 2 seconds clear of Smolly Balls here, with another car drifting into the corner. It looks like it's Jamie here drifting through every corner now. Oh my goodness. A lot of cars struggling in terms of grip here, despite being on the right compound. So God knows what's going to happen with the wrong compound of tires. So as we have the first car going into the pits now, being Leo Aris, is someone gonna make a mistake by not pitting? It looks like everyone is going into the box now. This is unbelievable scenes. Everyone pitting for those right tires. It's definitely ready for those soft compound tires here, as Ennis picks up a 2-second penalty now using Internet Explorer here, running into the back of Pats Jasper here. So it's good to see as everyone has made a pit stop now, and there we see Leo Aris setting the fast lap with a 145.9 on those soft tires here, and has got a comfortable advantage at the moment still. No cars really losing out many positions here, but for the moment it looks like team Indignico looks quite comfortable, as actually Nick's making some mistakes here on those dry tires. How are teams gonna comprehend with this one, as Smalley Boss is nearly closing that gap to Leo Aris now, so he's doing quite well. Liam now up to third place here. His teammate is all the way at the back, so he's really taking advantage of that. The soft tires here. It's got cars spinning everywhere in terms of grip. It is unbelievable how our teams are gonna provide with this one. Oh my goodness, we've got both teammates of it looks like Jasper and actually Jasper in 12th place. This is absolutely chaos at the moment with like 4 cars spinning out in the same turn here.
And
But
Gernman has made up a position on Marley, and I'd like to point out, you said it. You mentioned how difficult it's going to be if you were starting at the back. Not for Gernman. He's gone from P20 to P6 while pitting.
incredible performance there from German, but just pointing out we've got someone making a mistake because German is on the wet tire here. He forgot to pit for the soft tire, so he won't score any points for this race here. He's going to make a stop now, but he has messed up and he won't score any points today. So that's the first car that's gonna be written off here. Let me quickly get the tires up here. So we've got one car making a mistake already, not pitting for the dry tires.
In the pits.
So he'll be near the back once again, but since he didn't pit
now, but
he pitted La Bombe, but didn't pit for soft, so he'll will not score any points here for the team, which sucks. But his teammate is in P. His teammate is in. Let me check. Whose teammate again is Leo Aris, who is in first place at the moment. So very different stories for both drivers here.
I see what's happened there. He did make the pit stop on the however, he didn't set the wet. Yeah, that's what happened.
Your mic seems to be cutting out a bit, but indeed he did not. He pitted, but he put on the wet tires here, so he won't score any points here. So that's a driver who has made a mistake, unfortunately, as Ennis is falling down the field now. He spun on the dry tires here. Doesn't look like he's gonna be setting out. His strategy is working out well, so he's just ahead of his teammate right now, despite the qualifying ban. He was near the top 10 here, so that's really unfortunate for the Albanian driver. Just struggling in terms of grip, as Jet really going down the inside, and Seeb using that set on Massa to as an 8th corner here to full advantage, taking 17th place here ahead of the Ice Cold driver, I think it was. The teammate of Jet is currently P7 here, so he's doing a fairly comfortable job right now, as everyone's indeed on the soft tire apart from German, who's gonna get disqualified, with Jet spinning out now on those dry tires. So
we got smaller rules all over the back of Leo. He made a mistake into the hairpin on the previous lap, and since then he's beat smaller rules and all over the back of it.
Very good battle there for the lead here, as Smalley Boss got good traction here, better traction than Leo Aris, and it's going alongside and taking the lead right now, ahead of Leo Aris. Leo Aris defended for 3 laps here, but just couldn't get enough grip here, as Smalley Boss actually goes off track a bit, but we got another car off track now, which is Liam, just ahead of Jamie here, but Leo Aris just couldn't defend ahead of Smalley Boss, who's actually going around the outside now, is Leo Aris. Can he get the rotation into the corner? No, it doesn't look like it. It's gonna be interesting to see how it's gonna handle it. Actually, Jamie has lost 1 second now to Liam. He was just behind him. But yeah. Also, we're gonna head up to the final lap right now, with Leo Aris having good traction, better than Smalley Balls. He's still keeping relatively close to the driver ahead now, so it's gonna be interesting to see as Jamie's picked up a 2-second penalty now, which will promote Frank to upper place if he can stick within that spot right there. As Kenny spun out on the Wolf Champions, on the extra Wolf Champions, so he's gonna drop some positions. He was in P11, but seems really struggling in terms of grip right there on the dry tires. So that promotes Jasper, Bashi, Boombi all up on spot. Of course, the German will be disqualified since he did not meet the requirements of that race. It sucks, but yeah, that's so mistake. So all the drivers will be moved up. But it looks like Smalley Balls is quite comfortable at the moment, and Jamie is closing up to the back of Cross Liam again. So
Jamie does have that 2-second penalty though, so even if he does overtake, that's Liam somehow bottles it here. Yeah, he should have a third.
Which is gonna hold him back, but he won't actually lose any position. As Seep also picks up a penalty now. Quite a lot of penalties happening, of course, but that's for a reason. As Frank is half spun into the second to last turn here, on Gilvin circuit, but it looks like Evan is quite comfortable. Leo Aris is not close enough here to win the race here, but so it will be Smolly Balls who's gonna take the win here for the first IRT Winter Cup race in the wet here on the dry tires. Well done to Evan here, taking the win here. He will grab 20 points here ahead of Leo Aris, who will pick up 19, 18 for Liam, 17 for 17 for Jamie, and a 16 for Frank, 15 for Phil, and Nathan did a good job there, not qualifying particularly well, but P7 still a good job. Jasper in P8, not having raced for quite a while. Kenny picking up a 10-second penalty now, probably drift out of the final corner, finishing P19. Yeah, so that's interesting to see here. So that's race one done. What do you think of that one, Charlie?
A good way to start off, I think. It's quite an interesting one, a lot of spinning. I think there's two double points finishes for two different teams. So they are the favourites. That was between you and the winner and Jasper, and then the other team of Marley and Frank. So yeah, not a bad way to start off this event. Still 7 more races to go and a lot more to.
Yeah, there will be plenty of races still out there where people can score some points. Let me quickly get the results up, as Phil has picked up fast lap with a 1:27.6, so he'll grab a bonus point for that. That's pretty good for him. Let me quickly just send the results over to everyone. Peter will be disqualified because he didn't meet the requirements, so other drivers will move up one place.
It says here's a wheel disconnected mid race. Hence probably why positions have finished 19th. Or 18th actually, 10 positions, sorry. But yeah, there you have it. That is then. And some more diverse races coming up.
Exactly right there. So that's gonna be interesting to see. As we're quickly going to the lobby now, we've got some more things loading up now as we're getting the lobby all set up. So let me quickly grab up the challenges. Let me quickly write down. Charlie, feel free to entertain the chat as I'll quickly just writing down the results. So
Yeah, sure. So just want to mention, as you can see on your screen, it will be a standard race. So it'll literally be a one-shot quali, a 5-lap race, completely dry, damage still off. So yeah, now we get to see some good racing at Monza. It's a very it's a very racy track. There's a lot of opportunities to overtake. It could be chaos, but hopefully everyone can keep it quite clean and give us some entertaining racing.
Should be looking forward to that one. So I'm quickly just making sure everyone gets a qualifying ban.
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. I am. Okay, so yeah, Monza up next. Normal race in the dry. And Stefan is now sorting out the quali bans, and I don't think we'll see anyone using their double points yet.
I've seen some, but they will be later on, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway. So each team has 2 wildcards, right? Which give them double points.
Sorry?
I said each team has 2 wildcards.
Yeah, so one wildcard will be a qualifying ban to another team, and then the other one will be a double points race. So
I see. Okay.
so let me quickly wildcard.
All right, here we go. I am most excited for the third race. The point switched around my last position actually gets the 20 points. I think that's going to be quite funny and entertaining because
Yeah, it will be.
yeah, you're racing to finish last. You have to finish within a certain time as well. So we're not going to see people just parked on the track, literally waiting for and we're just sat there sort of. But yeah, hopefully.
Interesting fact out. Just want to point out, Bashi thought you can give a qualifying ban to everyone else. So that's just interesting to say the least. Okay, we've got another. Another qualifying ban coming in for Nathan and
Nathan and
yeah,
who's replaced Lee?
Nathan and Rojuel.
Ah, yeah, that was it. So then, here we go. And here we go for the qualifying at Monza. I'm sure a lot of 0-0 wings will be flying around. Thomas and Nathan and Liam and yeah, that's it. Roju will retire due to their qualifying bans. Into the chicane we go. It's Bashi at the moment who is in front of the rest of the field. Only 2 corners down, so that may change. Very good chance it will.
Exactly right, as Bash is currently in P1 here, as Nick is actually in second place, saying a purple sector 1 here, with actually Bashi invalidating on that run right now, so he'll be starting P16 with
And
Kenny
that's
now in first
Kenny.
place,
Yep.
ahead of Phil here. Go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's Kenny now into the lead. Obviously, as Bashi, Jet, Ewan, who won the previous race, have all invalidated. So that's 3 invalidations so far. There may be more. We'll have to wait and see. But Kenny and Sieb, starting 1 and 2 very possibly. I was gonna say the teammates are not at the colours. The car was just the same. And there's a bit of lag there from Sieb's side, but he's into P1. Yes, he is. It might be my lag, it might be Sieb, I'm not sure, but that's Sieb who will cross the line to finish P1, and Kenny in P2, and the rest of the results will be coming up now.
Very interesting qualifying right there, with Kenny in second place. He's gonna certainly try to make up some points, but Sieb, having had PHL here a couple of weeks ago, same for Leo Aris and other IRT drivers, they've definitely made that advantage. More people actually invalidating here, with 9 of the drivers being disqualified here, including drivers that actually did not have a qualifying ban. So there'll be more, yeah, they actually moved up some spots because they didn't get disqualified there. Something to look at for next edition. Let me quickly make a announcement about that. So.
Yeah, so here we go, loading into the race now. Second one of tonight. And yeah, half an hour. We started the first one. So it's going to be a long one tonight. But I'm all here for it and I'm ready to enjoy it.
Yeah, we did start a bit later because of lobby issues, but once we actually got started, it went around fairly quickly.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about the races, you don't think it's actually going to be too long with all the loading times and readying up and getting into new lobbies and, announcing the wild cards, etc. It actually will take a fair amount of time, but I'm here for it. I have time on my hands and I'm happy to commentate for this one tonight. And anyway, 5 red lights for the second race. It's the lights out and away we go. And it's Kenny who gets the better launch than Sieb, and he takes the lead straight away. There's Kenny into the lead, followed by Indigo. Is also going to get Sieb off the start, down the inside, and he has completely cut the first chicane. He's taken a 10 penalty. That's Indigo. So I'm not sure what he's done there. I don't think that's going to work out for you, Indigo. Anyway, Kenny technically in the lead provisionally. Followed by Sieb and Leo and Phil and Gernman. It's the top 5 for you, excluding Indigo. I mean, to be fair, if he can pull 3 seconds on the rest of the field, a bit more, it's a bit over, he will win the race, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's got that 10-second penalty right now because he's cutting corners here, but I don't think the stewards will be too happy with this one here, as he did gain a legal advantage here. But with other drivers being more or less competitive than him, so they'll certainly will be catching up here. But let's see how you can do. But the stewards will have a look at this one here, as he leads start of lap 2 here with some interesting tactics here. But Kenny is pulling away from Sieb here, who's followed closely by Leo Aris here with some good speed once again here. So despite the rain, he is also showing good pace in the dry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, interesting from Jamie. We'll see what the stewards say about it. But nonetheless, we still should have, some good battles on our hands. It is Monza, a lot of fast straights with DRS and slipstream. I'm sure it'll be interesting. Marley is all over the back of Smalley Bulls, less than a second behind. Will he go for a move into the second chicane? He won't. He'll sit back. And that's a big mistake from Smalley Balls. He's actually to go and cut the corner. He's not taken the penalty somehow. But I think he must have locked up going into turn 3. But there we are. Any other battles? Looking at Frank now. He was very close to Ennis. A 10th and a half back. He won't go for it this time. He's used half his battery already. I think most of the drivers have, to be fair. Yeah, it looks like they have. It's going to be red flashing lights by the end of this one.
Yeah, because plenty of people will be using ERS here to defend here, but actually, to be fair, it's not been that bad. Most around 40%, 60%. As Jamie set the fast lap here with a 20.9 here. Who knows if he's gonna keep that position here, but quickly beaten by Phil, who's at 20.1, being 8 tenths quicker here, and is closing all the gap way to Kenny and Seep now. Actually, Seep's going down the inside here of Kenny, going around the outside and making the move work here, getting more traction here. But all the time they're battling, they're losing time to Jamie here, but I don't think his result will actually count here. Was actually Phil going side by side now and taking second place here. Here, good move there from the F2 driver. Who's fairly fast right now and pulling away from Seep right there. Can he close that gap to Jamie here? Who unfortunately cut the corner right there, cutting good 2 corners right there, but interesting bout to say the least, with Leo Aris also following closely here. Many drivers being like 2 tenths within each other, so that's really interesting to see here, with Frank being in P9 here, right behind Ennis and Bangri right there. Bangri who's in the same team as Kenny here, so though that team is doing a fairly good job right now in P3 and P7 here, scoring some very good points there. Same for Gurman and Leo Harris, who are both 5th and 6th place right now, so they'll be one of their favorites to score as many points. They were a dark horse from my side, but yeah, they were on the dark side of on my side, but yeah, they're performing really well at the moment. I see again overtakes Kenny here as. Yeah, we're just seeing many DRS trains at the moment.
Yeah, disappointed in my prediction. Bashi and Aiden finished outside both of them of the top 10 in the first race. They're now sitting P20 and P14. Maybe I was wrong, but they've got plenty of time to make it back if there's wild cards. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to stick to it for now. But, yeah, we'll see. The top, from P7 all the way up to P3. All very close to one another, literally within a few tenths. It's starting to pile up even further down the grid now. Thomas has made the move on Smalley Balls. He's going to get that position down onto the straight. That was a decent move there by Thomas.
Very good move there from Thomas. He was currently up to P11 here, with many of the drivers now being in the DRS train here. Smolly Ball's actually making contact and picking up a 2-second penalty, being slightly turned into there by Marley, looks like. And then Nick and Aiden trying to take advantage of that one, but being so close to each other here. One of them has to back off at some point here, as we start the final lap right now. Here with Seep trying to make another move on Kenny here. Kenny still holding on for the P3 here for dear life. So that's going to be interesting to see.
These for Smooth Balls and Frank. So that is most likely going to drop them down close together. Here's Aiden going for the move on Nick. He's going to get that position by the straight line speed into the corner. Yep, he's got it done. And there's not sure what happened there.
Molly being taken out there in P16. He's now
down P16. Yeah.
Showing what happened there. Actually been overtaken by Jasper right now. A bit of a shame here, but Jamie, despite that 10 seconds, the stewards have decided that he will have a 5-second penalty added to that race time here. So that will drop him down way further back here. With that 10-second penalty, he will be around P8 here. But the stewards have decided, because of the illegal move he made there, he'll have another 5-second penalty here. So that will drop him down in further positions. But he wins
down to P13 at the moment.
He wins at least on track there. But Phil will win another race here around the Italian Grand Prix. He'll be the winner here for the second race of the IRT Wintercup here, with Kenny in second, Leo Aris in third, and Steve actually dropping out to 4th place here. So despite being so close to the back of Kenny here, he couldn't make it stick. Jamie, with that 5-second penalty, will drop down to P13, you said. So
yeah, I believe so. There might not be because of other people's penalties, but I actually checked that. It'll be around there. I don't think he'll be in the top 10.
He'll be outside the top 10 here, but he did qualify well, so that yeah, that will set him back a little bit, which is unfortunate for his side right there. As we quickly go to the position now, so our commentator or someone can write it down for us. As Phil picks up another win and another fast lap here, so he is scoring a big amount of points right here. Bashi another last place finish here, so let's see what stewards think of yeah, Jamie's incident there. The stewards have given a 5-second penalty here because he's had 10 seconds and now 5 seconds, so that will make up for the corner cut he made and without being in traffic. So that will, yeah, bunch up all the times here. So that will be fair for everyone. Yes, we quickly go to the standings now. Very interesting racing we've seen so far here. Yeah, so it's been really good so far, but we're going to move on to race 3 now, as we have some double points in play at the moment. As we're going to quickly just go for the results here. Let me get screenshots of all the times. So you can quickly just talk about the rules of Mexico, Charlie, if you can see them.
Yeah, I can see them. So I'm most excited about this one. We have. Oh, let me just put it up. Challenges. Here we are. Yeah, so we have a 5 lap race again with 1 shot quali. It will be dry. This time we'll have damage on decreased. So you know you got to be careful. But the point system will completely flip. So if you finish first, you'll get 1 point, and if you finish last, you'll get 20 points, and it works, you know, from 1 to 20. So it's going to be really interesting. However, you cannot just sit there and just sit on the grid while everyone else, you know, races off, and then you know try and finish last that way, because every driver must finish within 7 minutes and 50 seconds, otherwise they will be disqualified. That's going to throw a trick into the works. It's going to look like the Monza qualifying was at 2019, I think. Anyway, yeah, it's called the US Attorney Challenge, and I'm quite excited for it. I think it's going to be a bit of chaos, but a bit of fun, and I'm here for it. And
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting to see what's gonna happen here. Let me.
And yeah, as Stefan says, we've got some wild cards being thrown in. Did you say some double points? So I think, you know, anything can change, really.
So yeah, everything can happen. To be honest, let me quickly just write it up. And so far, no one has guessed the. Oh, is it ready up yet? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Let me just quickly write it down for everyone.
No
So,
problem.
as we've got some double points in play here for the sled upgrade challenge, which will be used for Jasper um, and Smolly balls. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna happen. So that's the only upgrade package being used at the moment, if we are correct. Obviously, yeah, straight away into qualifying here.
So yeah, here we have Thomas, currently leading the field for the qualifying session. However, that's not particularly good. Well, I mean, do they still get the points for pole? They do, don't they? So, get a point here for pole position. No, he can't because he's invalidated his time, as well as quite a few other
Whoa.
people. But yeah, can he get the point for his team? He's very closely followed by Nathan. They are swapping places. Looks like Kenny might just come out in front. Into the last corner he goes, taking very nicely, and into the throttle. And yeah, it'll be Kenny who crosses the line in first, Nathan second, Leo third, Indigo fourth, and so on. Results will show on the screen shortly.
As we have only 8 drivers staying a lap here, so that's yeah, only 8 drivers staying a lap here. Actually, 7 drivers only staying a lap there. So if you just took a careful approach here, then you have a good qualifying session here with Kenny and Nathan really taking advantage of that. Again, Leo Ari is being up there. Another P3 finish for him right there in qualifying, but the interesting tactics happening right now with plenty of drivers coincidentally not setting a lap here, so that's gonna be interesting to see here how people are gonna approach this. The mayhem will appear now, so so yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see how this gonna. So it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be normal dry race here, so but how are people gonna approach this race then? With yeah, with
Yeah,
people
I'm
with
sure.
P20 scoring the most points here, but you don't want to risk it and be too late in terms of timing. So how people are gonna approach this is gonna be very interesting.
I have a feeling we're going to
Here,
see a lot of disqualifications.
totally, that could totally happen here. So
Yeah. 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and away 2 go.
as we
And
got
away they all go.
a
Drive-through
couple of
penalties for
disqualifications here.
Nico and Jamie, and a disqualification for Marley for reversing off the line.
Which won't count because you got disqualified, so he'll score 0 points for sure. Here we've got other people getting 3 second and 10 second penalties here. That's actually an interesting tactic, to be fair. But if you people go too slowly here, then then you won't actually count it.
Yeah,
So
the penalties I did not think about.
yeah, we did not really think about that, Bond. So that's an
No,
interesting tactic
'cause you
from
can,
Jasper here.
yeah, you could get up to 30 seconds of penalties, and then kind of just slow right down, be close to everyone. Jamie thinks this is a real race, and he is absolutely flying through sector 2.
But what Jamie is doing, to be fair, he still needs to serve that drive-through.
Drive-through.
Same for Nathan, but he could also go for fastest lap here, get that bonus point here, and then just slow down to a halt. So I'm not sure how Jamie is gonna approach this, but he's gonna cross the line here for fastest lap for sure. Oh no, he has a penalty, so has to do one more lap. Same for Kenny and Leo Aris here. I'm not sure how they're gonna play this now, but Leo Aris got fastest lap here, so
So Phil currently in the lead, you could say.
yeah, you could say that with him being in final place now here, he's really taking his time here. But people have to be aware of the timings here. Let me quickly get a timing board as well here for everyone. So we've got to make sure they make it on time. Are people are gonna go too slowly or too quickly? So so that's gonna be interesting to see how they do it. But Jamie's really pushing on here with Nathan really backing off. He's served that drive through penalty straight away, and he's currently in P13. They're going quite slowly, whilst other cars are going relatively quickly here. So that's yeah. I've got no idea how people are gonna approach this here.
I think a good tactic would be to pick up penalties, drive the first 4 laps normally, And then on the last lap, take it really slowly, so then you can work with the time limit of 7 minutes 50 seconds. I think Phil and Bashi, likewise, they could be making the mistake of going slow now. It's going to be a complete guess for them of when they need to go and how quickly they need to be going, because they have no idea how long it's going to take them to do 5 laps. It's a varied strategies going on. Indigo has been disqualified for too many penalties, so that tactic did not work out for him. He'll be out of this one. We've also got some people going into the pits.
Yeah, they're gonna start a drive-through here. People making a pit stop here, but that's a risk in itself. So Leo Art is getting a move on here, and then so for the current race, yeah, people will pick up a qualify or a let's see how people are gonna play this with Bashi being in last place currently. He's currently the favorite, then scored out the maximum points here. Of course, Jamie and Molly.
So
let's see how he's gonna play this. But
you really never know who's in the best position, do you? You're not going to know.
Yeah.
So it comes right down to it.
I mean, Leo Art is really gonna move on there. I don't think he fully understands the concept here. Same for Kenny Pangri and Rojuel and Gurman here, but they've got penalties.
I think we'll see them properly slow down in the last lap.
I mean, you expect them to.
Yeah. But I feel like it's not bad to be going fast now to get that bonus point for the fastest lap. But yeah, we'll see. He could, they might even pit at the end of this lap. That could be quite smart. Do you reckon anyone before starting this has purposely looked at this race and gone, let me hop in and into a lobby by myself or with my teammate and see what the best way to go about this is and see how long it takes, do it normally and then a bit slow, like, to try and get a good strategy? Because I feel like some of them would have.
I mean, that's a tactic in itself, but there's no way to practice it because with so many cars on the grid, it's just going to be so difficult to get it right. And with the timer as well, are people going to be aware of the timings here? Because it's only a 120 to 118 lap time here, but with the drivers going considerably slower than they are, then it's going to be so difficult here. As Leo Aris is going across the line right now for to start his final run now. He is not aware of how it works, so he's gonna score that 1 point plus the bonus point for fastest lap here. So he's not taking any risks here. Same for Kenny, who's getting a real move on here. He's probably bare confused with the amount of people going slowly here. Same for Liam. Is he gonna be on time here? Who's still on his 4th lap here? He's nearly gonna be lapped at this rate, so that won't count as well. Is he actually lapped by Leo Aris? No, he isn't. And well, we've got the first tactic of Leo Aris really slowing down here. Same for Kenny here, so they're probably really confused on what's going on right now. With Rojuel going into the pits now and plenty of cars in the midfield. Pretty much going side by side now, just really slowing down here. This is really interesting to see. I've got no clue really what's going on here, but Leo Aris and Kenny are somewhat slowing down. There's a huge pack in the midfield right there and a huge part on the back here who's really slowing down and really getting close in terms of timing here. So I think probably Seep's currently the favorite here since he is in between all of those cars here and could be the one that's gonna score the most points here, but they don't know how much time they've used so far, so they can only use it until 7:50 here, so that's around 8 minutes timing here. But how many people are gonna use that to full effect here with plenty of people slowing down right now? Look at the midfield. There's 5 cars spinning out right there. Pangri spinning out right there for the alcoholic team so far. Look at the field on the front as well, with Jasper now taking the lead right now and Leo really slowing down to a halt right now. So many cars, it's like the formation lap. It's pretty much they're going that slowly, but it's gonna be possibly Jasper rolling across the field. Well, who's gonna go across the line first? Look what's going on right now in the midfield. There's so many cars just slowing down.
Oh, this is the chaos I was looking for.
Oh my god, look at Jasper going across the line and look look at this! What am I seeing? What am I
This is
seeing?
crazy. What is
This
Jasper
is
going to
just
do there?
lovely scene, but people cannot stop on the grid as well. It's Jasper is just slowing down so much. This is just unbelievable scenes right here. With look at all the cars. And it's Seep taking the win, Rojuel taking second place, but have they done it in terms of timing? It's very close. And I think we've got a winner. I think it's Gurman has taken the win here. Or
Well,
Leo
we're about to
Aris.
see with the timings and results.
We're gonna see the
Let's have a
timing
look.
right now, but this is unbelievable. I think people have got it by like a second. There's so many people being disqualified right now. Penalties are added into it, which yeah, we cannot really do much about. But let's get a timer up. So Wu has won here. We need to get the official timer up. Do we have an timer here of?
Oh my.
I think we saw lap
I
times.
have the timings.
You have the timings, and do we have a winner?
I believe it's Nathan. I think only the top 7. No, hang on. Sorry, no. Hang on. No. I think it might be Liam. I think the top 9 finish within the. Yeah. Only the top 9 finish within the 750.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting to see how we're gonna calculate that one here. So we're gonna
So it goes literally the top 9. So a lot of miscues.
a lot of miscues here. So we're gonna quickly screenshot this for. Is there not like a setting where we can just see?
So, well, I mean, you probably could if you go to race
Oh,
director.
there you go. There you go. Okay, screenshot. We've got a timer here,
Okay.
and I think Frank has just missed out there. Or let me see. No, Nick has missed out by less than 2 tenths. So
Yeah.
we've got Liam winning the race right now because everyone downwards from P10 has been disqualified for missing the timer here. Unbelievable scenes here. So Cross Liam has made it here. Unbelievable challenge right there. Pwah. Wow. That's unbelievable. I lost my mind, to be honest. Oh dear, oh dearing me. Oh dearing me, oh dearing me. That was an unbelievable race. That ending was just nuts, to say the least. Wow. I'm getting many messages now. Oh. As you unfortunately lost Charlie here, which means I am on my own. Which sucks, but just the way it is. I'm so unlucky. Yeah, just that's the risk people are willing to take here. I'm quickly just getting down the points here for you guys. Uh, t- 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 it's very difficult to keep track here. Tu- 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 tu. So people are sending in qualifying bands, but they're not getting it correct. So that's not really my fault, which is quite unfortunate. But people just need to raise. So round 4, we have another qualifying band coming up for the Dutch GP. Uh, Chocolate Milk Break, that's called. Someone just messed up the timings. Kenny and Pangri will have a qualifying ban, so that's just lovely. What was it? Right. Uh, uh, oh yeah, okay. Oh shit. Shit. So for this round, the Dutch Grand Prix will have a 35% race for the Dutch Grand Prix. We'll have a dry to wet to dry challenge here with a one-shot qualifying once again. We'll have a qualifying ban for Kenny and Pangri, and then Bashi and Aiden also having a qualifying ban here for the Dutch Grand Prix here. And the double points, the first double points, or actually the second double points in usage after Phil and Jet are employing the sled upgrade package here from the Albanian support system here. So that's going to be interesting to see here. Also, we start qualifying right now with Kenny and Pangri Julie getting the qualifying ban. Same for Aiden and Bashi here using that qualifying ban. I'm not sure what Aiden is doing, to be fair. He should be using his qualifying ban. There you go. So, pretty good qualifying with Seep now currently in first place here. It's going to be interesting to see here with Seep and Frank in first and second place with Gurman now in second place here. Very good performance so far from him. It's going to be interesting to see how we end up with actually Evan getting a invalidation right there. Same for Jet, it looks like. No, he doesn't. He's in 15th at the moment. Phil again in first place is in a purple sector, second sector here. Almost for that double points here. It looks like Zandvoort is one of his strongest tracks here, and he's certainly gonna get a good finish right here with Phil picking up pole position with an 8.571, Frank in second, Nathan in third, and Seep in fourth place. Good qualifying there from there we have it, pole position finish now for the Dutch Grand Prix here with an interesting grid right now. So Phil really setting a good lap right there, being about the 10th ahead of Frank here, who just bought a PS5 today, so really getting him some performance here. Leo Aris being a little bit lower down than usual here, but then other cars being a bit lower down. So if we could quickly get the standings up right now, Chris is in first place ahead of Lebanon Lovers. We've got 17 points. Actually, Lebanon points with a double points are taking first place here. Interestingly, to say the least. Also, we've got a full dry race, but there's some clouds. We've got some clouds coming in right now, so you never know. It might rain here for the Dutch Grand Prix. Just kidding around. It will rain, of course. It's going to be interesting when it's going to rain, because it is 25 laps here in total of the Dutch Grand Prix. Of course, Dutch weather is interesting. It just usually plays around quite a lot. Also, you got lights out, or 5 lights right now, and it's lights out anyway. We got another race start here from the IRT Wintercup with Nathan picking up a really good start right there, going up the second straight away with Frank not having the great start here. A couple of cars making contact with each other now, with Roywell spinning around there, making contact with another car right there. With yeah, the only cars seemingly making contact with each other now. With some cars on the medium tires here, another car making a mistake with Bashi falling down the field right there, making contact right there. Some cars having to race a bit hard right now, because of course it is a 25 lap race instead of a 5 lap race here, with another set of yellow flags, with Mali having yellow flags here. Um, he's gonna be sent back to the back of the field here, but Phil has got a good start right now, and Nathan's gonna be following closely here. It's gonna be interesting to see how drivers gonna approach this race with rain arising here for the Dutch Grand Prix around Zandvoort. In real life, we had rain coming on the formation lap here. As Frank made a mistake right there with Jamie taking advantage of that one, being up to third place, and Siep taking quick ground of that one as well, going up to fourth place now right now. So Frank losing 3 positions from the start because he qualified in second place here, but all the way down to fifth place right now. But he is on the medium tires compared to so it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna play that out. As we've got Phil making a mistake, yeah, running on the curb here, so he's lost a couple of positions and hit in the wall now. Probably not the safest rejoin there, using a reset the track there to get quickly back onto the circuit there, but it lost all of his advantage now, which leaves Nathan um, yeah, to score um, some good points here. Um, at the moment, as he nearly clearing 1 second ahead of Jamie, who was also on the medium tires. Siebes got to use his soft tires to full effect here. You never know when the rain is gonna arrive here. Nick is also on the soft tires here, so it's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna play this out for his team right there. This feels a bit like the A1 series, if people don't know, though do know what I'm talking about, since that was an racing league for nationalities, and that was really a good watch at all times. And this reminds me a bit of it. People making their own livery and racing for their nationality, even though you're not driving for your country, you're just driving for your own made team. So that's always interesting to see here. So that reminds me of it. They actually did drive around Zandvoort as well, so always glad to see. But anyway, talking about the race once again, it's Nathan really clearing the field, being 1.5 seconds ahead now of the rest of the field. So that's good to see how they're gonna play this out here. So we carry on now with Sieve actually closing the gap a bit to Nathan now. You're really using those soft tires to full effect now. As the clouds are slowly but surely coming in. The sun's still out here around Zandvoort, but there's still some clouds ahead, which gonna spice this race up even more. With Ennis in P8, Boompje and Leo Aris going in the battle right now, and Boompje squeezing out Leo Aris, which makes sure he loses position to Evan right there, who's on the soft tires, trying to make up as much ground as possible. He didn't have a qualifying ban, but unfortunately just invalidated on that run here. But quickly making ground up to P9 now, ahead of Thomas right now, who's decided to go for the medium tires. It's going to be a bit of an alternative strategy right here with only 4 cars on the soft tires and the rest all on the medium tires. So some taking a risk, having a performance now. As we've got a spin here, I think that's Gurman. Gurman has spun out on the soft tires, on the medium tires. I do apologize. Reversing on the track, but losing a lot of time right now. So him and Leo Ari started off really well here. Interestingly, in the beginning of the championship here, but slowly but surely is losing a lot of time now to the other cars here. Um, yeah, and that's really set them back right now, as they are in currently in looks like third place, but they're just losing quite a bit of points right now if they carry on like this. If we get yeah, so they're currently in third place. That's well, quite high up still. But with other cars scoring some good points here, they're gonna lose so much points and drop down the field. And other cars don't have used their double points here, so that's interesting to see how they're gonna play this one out. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this is gonna go. Royuel, unfortunately being at the back, he was a late replacement there for Leroy, who has had a passing within his family. So my condolences to Leroy. Hopefully he's watching this. But Royuel managed to replace him, and he's currently in 20th place. Hopefully he can catch up to Gurman and the car's head and score some good points here, as the clouds are starting to appear here. And so it has looks like the soft tires are starting to drop off a little bit, with Sieb losing quite a bit of time now to Nathan. He was starting to catch a little bit, but Sieb really losing the tires currently, maybe overheating quite a bit, which leads Jamie to overtake him up to second place right now, and Frank also being very close to the back of Sieb here on the medium tires here. Also closely followed by Liam, who's in fifth place here, and Nick also in sixth place, but he's on the soft tires here. Same for Ennis and Evan here. So interesting grid at the moment here, and we're still waiting for the rain to appear here. If it's gonna arrive soon or gonna end soon, it's gonna be interesting to see how teams are gonna play this out. Of course, pit lanes are random, so that's gonna be a sight to see. But yes, should be alright. For the moment, if people just create the gap. Imagine having your teammate just be ahead of you. That's gonna set you back so much. So people, yeah, people are gonna have to play the smart here. Shame for Jet and Phil, who've used their double points right now, and with Phil being in first place at the start, but just losing all of that advantage because of that mistake he did on lap 2. It's just really gonna haunt them. They're still gonna score some solid points here. We've got Jamie going into the box right now. He's making early stop right now on the intermediates. That's okay then. He thinks it's gonna. He thinks it's raining already, even though it's fully dry. I'm not sure what the strategy behind that thinking is, but yeah, he thinks it's raining already. If he can go on board with the British driver right here. Um, yeah, it's not raining yet, so this is a bit too early there for the British driver right there, and he's gonna overheat the tires massively here. Sieb is losing mole position, actually being hit off track right now. Actually, Nick was being hit off track by Sieb, so Leo Aris will take advantage of that one here. So far, people's just settling down quite well here. Um, but soft tires are really losing their performance right there. But what can Jamie do on those intermediates, despite it not being wet yet at all? The rain has not started yet, so um, the strategy is not really playing out for Jamie for the moment. But it looks like the rain will start any moment now, as the clouds have fully taken over the Zandvoort circuit here, with Liam now going around the outside of Frank here and making it work and making the move stick here, now up to second place. But all the battling they're doing, they're losing all the time to Nathan now, who's having a Sunday drive at the moment. Being close on fuel, it seems. His fuel tank is starting to appear now, so if he doesn't play it carefully, then he will maybe run the field. But with the rain, I'm certain that he'll be alright for the moment, and he's got a 3-second buffer, so he'll be fine. Ennis and Steve doing relatively well on the soft tires, despite them not being the best anymore. They're really hoping for the rain here, as the rain has arrived. The rain officially hit the circuit now for the here. The typical Dutch weather has hit now, and both Siep and Ennis being in a really good position for them both. Same for Liam and Boompje, who are in 2nd and 8th, but Seep and Ennis must be looking really good right now, as the rain is really starting to appear now. Jamie pitting 1 lap too early now, but who's gonna take that gamble here? It is going to be both Ennis and Seep taking that gamble here. Would think the rain has rained. The rain is quite a lot right now. Same for Bashi right now, who's gone for a set of inters. Seep is also boxed, and same for Bashi here. All going for a set of intermediates. Where will they rejoin compared to Jamie here, who's already being put on the set of intermediates? His start is gonna be quite bad right here, and it looks like Jamie has lost position to both Ennis and Seep. He was ahead of them before he made that dubious call to make an early pit stop right now, but that means Jamie, despite pitting 1 to 2 laps too early, he actually didn't lose too much ground here. May have got caught off tire here, as we've got a spin here. We've got Kenny being in the wall. He fully spun around the car. Made the same mistake as probably other cars here, but the rain's really starting to appear now around the Dutch circuit here, and our other cars gonna make a pit stop here. Is Nathan gonna make a pit stop now? The rain is really intensifying here, but Nathan thinks better of it and he's gonna stay out here. Frank is inside the box. Same for Liam. Leo. Nick is decided to stay out. Frank picks up 5-second penalty. Liam picks up a 5-second penalty. That's interesting to see now. No double stacks at the moment here for all the cars, with Leo also picking up the intermediates right now. Jet also now boxing for the inters. No double stacking at the moment for the cars. Kenny also boxed for the inters. So we've got half of the grid now on the inters and the half of the grid on the dry tires still. And it looks like Paulus are starting to appear now. So it looks like the inters are the right tire to be on. So it is advantage Ennis at the moment, who has pitted on the right time here. But with Nathan having such an advantage here, I don't think Nathan will be losing too much time here. But it is therefore interscollision right now, as the cars have stayed at 1 lap too late now, as Nick is really starting to struggle on these collisions. Had a wonderful performance in EML Silverstone until the last lap, but yeah, really drifting around the corner here. Nathan really losing quite a lot of time as well now on these dry tires, and Liam's gonna take massive advantage now to this, but Ennis without a penalty is gonna take a huge leap of the, in the standings right now, and this is a disaster for Phil and Jet, I must say, because they have picked a double points and they're not going to score loads of points here. So that's going to be a really big struggle now. As Nick has a double stack with Nathan right now. How could you imagine that? The driver first and second here have to double stack here. But rejoined just ahead of what was it, Thomas here, and has picked up a 5-second penalty right now. So that's pretty fairly poor from him. As Phil and Aiden have put on the wet tires here, so they think it's gonna rain even more. So I think that's just a miss from both Aiden and Phil here. But as you can see, Liam is right behind Nathan here, so Nathan lost all of that advantage he had early on in the race. Here, so that's gonna be an interesting battle between both CRL Tier 1 drivers here. We've got the spin here, we've got Seep spinning on the intermediates here. He had a really good strategy. He was right behind Ennis here, his teammate, and has lost all that advantage. He's now behind Jet here, who is getting some ground on the inters here, but Phil is really struggling on those wet tires. Must have made a misclick here, and he's got to hope that the conditions dry up again to come back into this race. And there's still plenty of penalties out here, so who knows. Yeah, who knows if the conditions will change here, but it looks like Nathan's using those fresh tires to full effect here, being a second clear of Liam now, and Frank also catching up to the back of Liam here, who's creating up to Ennis here, who's really struggling on those inters now, having done the undercut to full effect here, but just seems to struggle with the pace. Of course, Internet Explorer is lagging a bit behind Google Chrome. in this day and age here, but maybe you can use the sled upgrade package, so you can find some performance here. As we've got Jamie spinning on the intermediates, because he was the first one to pit for the Inters, but pitted a bit too early, which means his Inters are a bit worn out compared to the others here. So yeah, interesting race to see at least, which Ennis is really defending hard right now compared to Leo and Bashi. Bashi's doing a really good job right now. Despite spinning out of the race, he's still in a very good position here. With it looks like another car spun out. It's Gurman or Jamie. Jamie spun out again, and Gurman has also spun out. He's really struggling on the Intes. Uh, and Aiden is struggling on the wet, so both are really struggling here, and that means Rojewell will catch up to the back of him. But Nathan, all the advantage he lost, he's gaining once again with him being about 4 to 5 tenths quicker than Liam on the previous lap. That will really help him out. With now Leo Aris being ahead of Ennis right now. Ennis struggling in those conditions here. He doesn't have a penalty, so he could gain that later on maybe, but yeah, in terms of performance, he's really struggling at the moment. And his Albanian friend Bashi will probably get past him fairly soon, who does have a penalty. And other runners behind him, like Pangri, Bompia, and Smolly Balls, will probably catch up to Ennis fairly soon here. Smolly Balls has got a bit of a gap to close up on, but if anyone can do it, then Smolly Balls can. So Ennis unfortunately left the session here. Probably has to go. He put on the wrong compound. Looks like once again. So he's left the session here. Bit of a shame for him, but there will probably be a replacement for him, which will be Koen, if he can still show up. Here, Nathan is still getting a bit of time to Liam right here, gained 2 tenths on this lap here. Leo Aris is cleared and is now, and he's starting to close the gap to Frank now. He is still almost for a second place finish here, so that's very good from him. As Phil's take the bullet here and decide to pit once again here. For the set of intermediates, the conditions have not improved at all, with only 10 laps to go here. So Nathan really extending the gap right here, but Bashi's got up to 5th place right now out of Ennis here, so he's really dropping backwards right now. But if you can follow Bashi through to the fields, follow some of his lines, then who knows where he can fight some time. As he's not too far away from the leaders here to take advantage of those 5-second penalties. As Jet has the half spin here, which leads Nick to gain to him. Nick was in 2nd place just now, even in 4th place on the soft tires, but looks like it just hasn't worked out for him. Maybe he had some spins, but he does have fresh tires than Ennis, Leo, Bashi, so who knows what can happen to him. Bumpy making also up some ground, he's up to P7 right now, so seriously it's looking really good for the Christmas tree team here, being in 2nd and 7th place. And with Bumpy not having a penalty, you can definitely gain position to Bashi and maybe even Frank and Liam himself. It's gonna be interesting to see, but Nathan is definitely gonna be a winner here. His teammate Rojewell is 14-17, as Jamie's retired in the pits here. Really struggled today in the conditions. So yeah, let's see how that's gonna go. As Ennis loses another position to Bumpy now, who's really gaining a lot of positions right now through the field, up to P6 right now. Same for Smolly Balls, it's nearly closing that gap to the cars ahead now, so he's shown some really good pace. Nick also struggling it seems, losing some positions now. His teammate is down in P... as Nick has spun again. which sucks. He is with it was like he had a replacement that was Jamie. So unfortunate for them. So they score not a lot of points here. Uh, yeah, they won't score a lot of points. So that sucks. Marley also drawing backwards with Kenny getting some positions now around the outside here of the the old ETA driver, and what a move there from Kenny. Uh, lap 17. Currently P12 right behind Seep. Has got fresher tires here, so maybe he can catch up here. Who knows? It's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna play out here, but it's gonna be quite comfortable still for other cars here. Bashi not really catching up to the cars ahead. And Boompia's got really good pace at the moment. He's close all the way up to Bashi now. Can he overtake him now? But he thinks better of it. Has decided not to go for a move here. He's gonna save the tires here. Rojo struggling here, creating yellow flags here. But what can Boompia do? He's got really good pace at the moment. Being right behind Bashi here, who's also catching up to Leo it seems. And Leo is at the same time is catching up to Frank here. Maintain the gap around 1.9 seconds here, but not quite enough to catch up here. As Evan has now overtaken Pangri here, so Smalley was really making up quite a bit of ground here now to the cars ahead. Can he carry on this advantage now and potentially build up to a top 5 finish here? That would be a huge race for him because he was down the pack here early on, and it just hasn't really worked out for him, but he's managed to climb up to P7 at the moment. Jets are currently P7 or P10, so that double points will not be really used to full effect here, but P10 is better than P17 here, so as Jets really struggling right there, struggling losing the car a bit on the exit there, but keeping the car alive for the moment here. He's still ahead of Seep here, who's starting to close the gap here. Same for Kenny. Kenny is following Seep here. Now, as Seep has really lost the car right there. Talk about the tank slapper right there. Jesus Christ. Uh, which leads Kenny to overtake Seep here. As with another car making a mistake here, it's Jasper. Jasper now really making a lot of spins right here. Resetting the track right there. Now being right behind Nick here. Who's now been one position here. Phil, despite making that later stop, is really using those inters to full effect now. He's got quite a good pace here. Not enough to close the gaps to probably Kenny here, but he's carrying on pushing to get as many positions as he can. With Seep and Jet struggling here, and potentially Ennis losing quite a lot of time here, you never know what can happen to Phil. Can he still close them up? You never know. But the laps are starting to close down now, as Nathan is halfway on his 19th lap here, as Frank is past Liam, interestingly here. So Liam may be struggling on the inters now, and Frank using that pace right now. He's got here, as Jet has made a mistake here, struggling after Skyflock here, and yeah, he's now being passed by Kenny, Seep, and Marley. Bit of a dangerous replacement here. Apparently Jasper is washed, which I can somewhat understand, with Smalley balls and Boompje going side by side into a second final turn, going to the Harry Luijendijk bocht now. Here, Smalley was making a really good recovery here from where he was. He can pretty much taste P3 right now, and without a penalty he can still get second place if he carries on like this, as we have got battling behind with Ennis and Pangri here. Ennis being around the outside of Pangri here, and it is Pangri keeping the position here, so Ennis losing another position here, and he needs to be careful here, that he doesn't lose too much time here, so he doesn't drop back uh, too far behind Liam and Bashi and Frank, so he doesn't gain of those 5 second penalties all the cars ahead have. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it's gonna go. But Nathan has really just comfortably had a good performance here. as Jasper Pickles have 5-second penalty. He's in last place, but is he gonna retire? He probably shouldn't. I don't think that's a good call at all. He's interestingly going for a set of wet tires here. So the conditions may have got a bit wetter here actually, which arguably they have. With Nathan also deciding to make a pit stop now, so that's really interesting. And Frank decides to stay out. That's interesting. Nathan taking the risk here, going for the wet tires here. He thinks I'm just going for a bunch of fun, but he's losing the win like this. Um, but with conditions getting rapidly worse, it looks like, then I don't think this is a bad call at all. But he's got to gain so much time. Look how far Frank ahead is of those drivers. So Nathan taking a massive risk right there. But is it worth having that risk? I don't think so. It's going to be interesting to see, but he's already closing the gap a lot here. But so this is the advantage Leo Harris, I'd say, as he doesn't have a penalty. So yeah, it's interesting to see this race could go all the way here, as the wet tires seem to be comfortably fast right now. Seep also boxing for the wet tires here, and it keeps getting wetter, wetter, and wetter here. And this could be advantage for Phil maybe as well, who could gain heap of time on the wet tires here if the Inters do decide to struggle here. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see how people are gonna play this one out. Liam struggling a bit on the intermediates. Same for Evan here, but I don't think it will be enough for Nathan to close all the way back up to P1 here. But other cars decide also to make a pit stop now, with Pangri and Evan making a pit stop right now, so they're not taking any risks. Well, Pangri's got a 5-second penalty right now, so that's not gonna help him at all right there. As Nathan has passed Anderson with a comfortable move right there, but he still has 4 laps to go. Yeah, 4 laps to go to catch all the way up to P1 again. So here's Cole's try to overtake Leo Aris here, but overtaking them won't be any easy at all. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to play that one out. But the wet tires are definitely the fast tire at the moment, with Evan also trying to make that call here. Same for Pangri here, but the gap behind is just so large, they won't really lose a lot of time to the Inters. If they do box, the runners now, they won't really lose enough time to be behind Seep. But yeah, let's see how that's gonna play out. But yeah, the Inter seems to be strong quite a bit, as Nathan has closed up the gap to Bompier. 2 seconds on this lap alone, but will it be enough to catch up to Leo here? As if the Inters can keep some sort of temperature into the tires, then surely it will be advantage Leo here. Yeah, we're gonna see how this one can play out with only 3 laps to go here. It might be a 1-lap shootout at the end here between Frank and Leo Aris and Nathan here. As Nathan's got so much more grip than Bumpy right there, but with all the time they're losing, this will mean a lot to Leo Aris here, who's closing the gap to Frank here. Slowly but surely, the gap was 2.4 seconds and is nearly under a second here for Leo here. So it's going to be interesting to see, but Nathan's closing the gap considerably on this lap, so it's going to be really difficult for Leo here, as Bashi is trying to defend as much as he can, but Nathan now going down the inside here of Bashi and going up to P4 now behind Liam here, so he's just picking up one by one, and Leo has got to have Frank as a buffer here, otherwise he just isn't able to defend against him, because he still has 2 laps to go here, and the Inters have really lost a lot of temperature here on this lap alone, and there goes Nathan in the banking, nearly going contact with each other now, but seems to be alright for the moment here, as Nathan's up to 3rd place right now, 1.6 seconds behind Leo Aris, who's closing up to the back of Frank here. So Leo has got to overtake Frank here in order to have some sort of defense of Nathan here, who's just got so much more pace here. Same for Evan here. Evan is really starting to close that gap now to the cars ahead of him. C picking up quite a bit of penalties here. He's now dropped behind Phil here, who is also starting to close that gap now to the Inter runners, as Nathan has already passed Leo here. So that is an easier move than said here, but yeah, Nathan's really made the right call. Actually, Nathan makes a mistake here, but yeah, Nathan makes a really huge mistake right there. So he's gonna be behind Leo again, going into the final lap right now. And with Leo not having a penalty, it's really up to Nathan now to overtake him on the final lap here. And Leo's got to try to make sure to overtake Frank here in order to try to win the race here. As Frank goes a bit wide now on the wet Zandvoort circuit here. But Nathan's got so much more grip despite making that mistake there into sector 2 here, where he's not going around the outside, is he? He's thinking of it, but he boxed in currently by Leo and Frank here. But he's going in the middle of them, and Nathan takes the lead there, but Leo now going down the inside on the inters, but just doesn't have the grip, unfortunately. And Nathan is back in the lead now, despite that mistake. So the risk has paid off now, as Ennis is really struggling now on those inters with smally balls, pretty much close up now to the back of the field. But he will take advantage of those cars ahead with penalties. But he's got to carry on pushing, because otherwise he will not gain, be within the 5 seconds here. So that's interesting to see how that's gonna play out now. But Smalley Balls is now past Ennis here, and he's still got to push onwards if he wants to be in the window of Liam and Frank. But with the wets having so much more pace, it could still very much be possible here. Well, we're gonna switch on bolt back to an Evan here, who's driven a simply impressive race right here at the Dutch Grand Prix here. Unbelievable drive there, despite making that extra stop now. I thought it was gonna go back to dry, but it hasn't. Liam has picked up another 3-second penalty now, so that will mean he'll drop behind Ennis now, if Ennis can keep it on track now. But going on board with Nathan now, he will win the Dutch Grand Prix on the wets. What a performance there from Nathan, actually being very close by Leo, it looks like, so nearly got called out there. It will be Thomas in third place, Evan in fourth place, Frank in fifth, Ennis sixth, Bashi seventh, Liam in eighth, Pangri in ninth, Kenny still in 10th place, staying out on the Inters. Has paid out for him. Phil in 12th with the double points, with his teammate in 13th. Yeah, with his teammate in 13th, having the double points. So not really used to full effect, but they didn't lose that many points at the same time. But other cars, other teams have to use their double points as well still. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to pay out here. But that was a really good race to watch there, with it being wet. I thought it was going back to dry, but I certainly cannot complain about this one here. So yeah, Nathan driving a really good race here, showing the British flag around the Dutch circuit here, or around the Dutch people here. So yeah, that was good to see. Let me get the results quickly, because someone asked for it. Yeah, Nathan got fastest lap, 17,000 eventually away from from Leo Aris there. So that was actually really close there by Nathan. He did have a penalty here, but hey ho, what can you do about that one, eh? So yeah, really good race there by Nathan. Let me quickly go scroll down. Let me get the results up for. Yeah, really good race to watch there for all the people It was only one DNF, unfortunately, which was Jamie. Just pitted way too early there. Yeah. Fortunately for Bashi, he will only have one driver left since Aiden had to back out. Um, so yeah, we're gonna switch off to race, another race now, which is the Qatar circuit. No. Do we have anyone using the double points? And for this race, it will be a what is it? For this race, it will be a pit stop challenge, a delivery challenge. So everyone has got to make a pit stop. So yeah, let's ready up now. Unfortunately, I took a slight break there to make sure every standing was updated. Leo, Gurman, Evan, and Jasper will have a qualifying ban for now. And for this challenge, everyone's got to make a pit stop uh, within the first 4 laps here. So are people gonna pit lap 1, lap 2, lap 3, or lap 4? You cannot pit on the final lap because then the pit lane will be shorter. Disadvantage. So that isn't really fair. So I don't know how people are gonna treat this. Are people gonna have to double stack? Who knows? It's all gonna be part of the challenge. Also, you've got people being disqualified already. That's good. As we have a couple of cars going on the Qatar circuit here. As you have Ennis taking first place, I have Nathan. Nathan actually taking pole position at the moment still, with a careful line somewhat there. But yeah, Bashi now being up there as well. Ennis in first place as well, so he's really pushing onwards with a couple of cars. Yeah, invalidating right there. So So it's Enes currently pole position ahead of his Albanian friend Bashi there with a good exit there. Will Enes take his first pole position there for the IRT Wintercup? And it looks like it will with his ears running out right there. And it is a 20.5 there. Despite line on, that's a very impressive time there from Enes there at 20.5 there. Thomas, despite not having a competitive lap, is still in P7 here. But what a lap there from Enes. That was really impressive stuff there from Albanian, and he's got pole position added here. So yeah, it's Anderson Paul with Bashi in second, Albania in front row. God knows how long that will take. Um, um, God knows how long that will take for that to actually happen. But enjoy it while it's happening. And yeah, cars have to make a pit stop now throughout the stint. Um, and that's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna happen here. Who's gonna decide to pit on lap 1? Restart the lobby. This can't be true. Just actually, Ennis really did a good lap right there. So yeah, you've got to appreciate it while it's there for the 5th race there. So. But the race is a different story now. It's got 1 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it slides out and away we go. Good start there from Bashi, it seems like. Heading down to turn 1, all camera settings right there. But it is Bashi being fairly much ahead now of Enes. And he's taking the lead right there. Ahead of his Albanian friend. But he's still keeping second place right now. But we've got a couple of spinners right now. with both Ice Spike cars having spun out and Bumpy also having spun out there in P15 here. Plenty of cars making mistakes right now, but it is Bashi ahead of Ennis right there, out of Nathan. A couple of line news there. Pangri going down the inside there, but thinks better of it here. And Ruyuel having a better race now in P5, keeping it clean, but he is in P5 at the moment. Hopefully he knows the rules where he has to make a pit stop. Otherwise, he will be disqualified for not meeting the regulations here. Smolly Balls being up there once again, and Gurman being a Qatar specialist, up to 6th place here, being getting past Smolly Balls here. But is there a car making a pit stop right now around this mega fast circuit there? Is someone just gonna bite the bullet straight away on Laban, but risking the double stack here? And is it gonna happen? Yes, we have some cars pitting, going for the double stack here, but Ennis and Bash is gonna lose so much time. Are they gonna use their ERS now? Because of course, if you pit, you will save some ERS here. Gurman decides to stay out. There's only half of the grid has pitted here. Some not double stacking. I mean, it will be a disaster if you have to double stack now. It could very much happen now that some cars are double stacking, and yes, there we go. We've got Bumpy double stacking behind. I think it was Royal here. So that's just the risk you're willing to take if you pit it on Laban here. So it looks like it's going to be advantage towards Nathan now, who's got clear track now and having to push now on this outlap here. To gain as much advantage as he can, as Jasper and Marley. Jasper and Jamie are battling out, the drunk bodies fighting each other. Marley picking up a 2-second penalty right now for track limits here, so of course the track limits are on strict still, and Marley don't really paying recognition to it, so that's a big disadvantage for himself here, but he is currently still in a decent position now, but with it only being a 5-lap race, he will drop back some positions here. Jamie also now picking up a 2-second penalty now, so that will allow others to yeah, gain positions again. As Bashi and Ennis are now making a pit stop here. Same for Smolly Balls, Liam and Marley here. So Gurman set the fast lap here, so he's got some good pace at the moment. He's deciding I'm gonna just go full send, stay out, and use the ERS as much as possible here. And yeah, taking advantage of the fresh tires he has currently. Other cars won't really have advantage of that one, but if Gurman can use that the free track he has to which he has now, then yeah, then he will certainly be in the mix once again, because he was in P6 before all the cars made a pit stop here. Bashi and is still rejoined ahead of Nathan here, but Nathan is still very much in the mix now. Same for Pangri here, but Liam has lost out quite a bit of positions now, as Royuel has is really close to the back of him, and Royuel has got a big chance to get a top 6 finish here for his team. Who are looking really good at the moment, with Nathan and with his teammate being in 6th place right now, as we see a car going really wide there. That's Smolly Balls right there, struggling quite a bit, it seems, on his set of tires here. Yeah, which is quite unfortunate for him, but he's still in 13th position and could move up from Marley here and other cars making a pit stop here. As Gurman is now decided to make his pit stop now. Seep and Jamie decided to stay out. Actually, Seep now going to the pits, but he's got a track limit there. Hitting the ball, does Seep. But this is Jamie, the only one on the track right now, setting the fastest lap here. And he has to make a pit stop right now, as Phil's picked up a penalty right now, being off track as well, so not a good day there from Phil and the Ice Cube team. Jasper picking also now a penalty, so it looks like Gurman has rejoined behind, or actually ahead of Cross Liam and Royal, so he's jumped some positions here, and Gurman has got like 1 to 2 lap fresh tires here, so it's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna handle this final lap here. But we're gonna be on board with Jamie here, who has to make a pit stop right here, otherwise he will be disqualified once again, as he does not meet regulations here. But I reckon Jamie does know the rules here. Or at least I hope. Otherwise, yeah, he's not really paid attention to the rules here. But it is good stuff from Bashi at the moment. Um, as Jet has picked up penalty, both cars being in last place at the moment here, which is so unfortunate here. Leo Ari's picking up a 2-second penalty right now, will send him back a couple of positions here, so hopefully he'll gain. As oh my goodness, Jamie has made a mistake. He's trying to reverse on track. He forgot to go into the pit lane here, and he's reversing on track right now, which will only disqualify him, and he has been disqualified because he forgot to make a pit right now. Jamie making a huge blunder once again, and he is gonna score no points for him. So other cars will only gain from that here. As Bashi is now starting the final lap with Ennis now going into the slipstream here, going around the outside, and Ennis taking the lead around the outside. What a move! They're saying the fast lap around the same time here, but what a move there from Ennis here, and it's really taking a big advantage uh, from that now. And is he going to be able to defend against Bashi here, as Nathan has lost some ground to them, losing the DRS now? So can Pangri potentially overtake them? How close is Gurman going to be? He's currently in P5 as Marley picks up another penalty now, with Royuel potentially almost for P7 finish here. On the traction here, using a bit of ERS here around the outside of Marley here, but Marley defending quite well here. But it is advantage Ennis right now, who's going for that race win here. The Lion Merchant himself gonna upgrade his performance to Google Chrome hopefully soon, but it's gonna be very difficult for Bash to overtake him. He's got barely any ERS left. Same for Nathan, and Ennis also doesn't have any ERS left, so it's gonna be really close in terms of DRS here. But what can Bashi do into the final turn now? But I think it will be Bashi going for the win here, or Bashi Ennis for the win here, as he's going really defensive here. And it will be Ennis taking the win right here, ahead of his Albanian friend here. Ennis winning the Grand Prix here with Bashi second, saying the fast lap at the same time Ennis does. Pangri in fourth, Gurman in fifth, Liam in sixth, Kenny is seventh, pretty good job there from him. Evan still in 8th place despite not having the greatest race there. Nick in 9th, and look at Phil just spinning around there. He's probably done with it. Oh, that's just lovely. Oh, what a finish there from Bumpy, Jet and Phil. That was a lovely sight to see from all the drivers. Let me just quickly get the results up. That was a lovely sight there at the end. So yeah, rumors say that Ennis has promoted to tier 1 here. Cone here because he's a tier 2 merchant, but he should be promoted to tier 1 here. And Ennis using that double points to full effect here. And Bashi has got to so incredible forms from Ennis there, who scored the pole position, the fastest lap, and the double points. So Ennis has scored maximum points for his team right there. That is an unbelievable achievement here from Ennis here. He deserves his damn respect in that sense. But my goodness, what a result there from Ennis. There, it's really, the championship is gonna go down to the wire, it seems, with with Christmas tree um, having some struggles here. It looks like Bashi has got to go, so we've got some drivers that has to go, unfortunately, which sucks, but only something we cannot really do a lot about. So yeah, that's just the way it is. So So yeah, as we're heading down now to the final couple of races, so uh, so we're heading to round 6 now for the let me quickly get the standing or the results of sled upgrade pack. Nathan and Rochewell will go for the double points right now. So that's going to be interesting to see. Now I'm using the so give him a couple of minutes. People have not used their qualifying bands yet, but some are like running out now, so that's interesting. See what's gonna happen now. Did they already have this qualifying band? No, they didn't. So this is a allowed upgrade. Oops. So it will be Nathan and what's it, Rojoel with the double points here. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they're gonna serve this one. Um, with the double points, but hopefully it's interesting to see. But with Bompy now being in first place ahead of Jet and Frank now, of course people have had Cone around this track a couple of weeks ago here, so people are going to be quite quick here, I'd say, and not invalidate as quickly as they have had recent performance or recently a track they had. on the standings here, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna play out. As we've got pole position for Frank currently, he's looking very competitive right now, but with Nathan in second place, he's gonna be looking forward to those double points indefinitely here. So it's pole position actually for Nathan. Who managed to grab it at the end there, being 4,000 ahead of Frank there. So Frank must have had a terrible final corner right there, and is in third place right now. But interestingly, with Nathan having the fastest lap here or pole position, he'll get double points for that one. If he can get the win for this one, then it will be very close near the end. Near the end here. If we go across the standings right now, we've got Christmas Tree being in first place currently with 144 points. 142 points for Rudolph Racing of NS and Seep, who've scored so many points because of the double points here. We've got Fast and Fun with 121 here. Um, and then 120 points we've got Jasper and Ewan. Line Addicts with 115, but they do have the double point. So if Rojuel and Nathan can score some good points, they'll be certainly back for the double points. Oh, for the championship here. Santa Clowns are in sixth place right now. They've had some inconsistent races here, unfortunately, but just the way it is. Uh, Also, we got 5 lights here, and it's lights out, and there we go. And it is Nathan with a very good start there. Frank not having a good start at all, and it is actually Ennis who has jumped all of them, but I didn't have good traction for some reason. And now Smalley Boss up to second place right now with some cars using the drag strip right there, using the just losing the car right there with Molly now having 2 second penalty right now for track extending here. But it is Nathan in first place at the moment ahead of Evan here, who is trying to ruin that double point system there for Nathan and all. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna play out here for some other classes. Some other classes spun out, like Bumpy has spun out here. But Nathan in the wet is showing some really good pace at the moment. And with his teammate, actually in 16th, he's got to gain as many positions as he can. Um, And we've got other cars making a mistake. And it's actually bringing up to P3 now ahead of Frank there, who seems to be struggling a bit in the wet. Um, and Jasper's actually in P6 right now. Um, some interesting standings happening at the moment. But if Jasper can hold on together with Evan here, then it will be a huge result there for the Libation team here, who are in sixth place right now, or fifth place currently. Still maybe in the championship here, but it's going to be very difficult for them. Rojo has got to take massive advantage of the double points here and gain as many positions as he can, as he's currently in 15th place. He's using no line, I'm pretty sure, so maybe struggling a bit in terms of that, but hopefully people can catch out in front of him so he can gain positions here. But the championship is really, really spicing up right now as we're nearing the end of the championship here. Also, we got collision here between Seep and Phil. And Phil has clipped the back of Seep, it looks like. Or Cross Liam, actually. I do apologize. Cross Liam has been taken out by Phil there. And has lost quite a few positions. So this is a disaster for Christmas Tree, who are seeing the rivals of Jasper and Ennis and Smalley Ball is really scoring a lot of points right now. And Seep is currently in 8th place. He's also scoring some points, so they'll be gaining some points in the standings right now. This is going down to the wire, to be honest. So it's up to Bonepierre and Liam to gain as many positions as they can in the wet, but they only have about 3 laps to go after this. And with Nathan scoring the double points right now, he is really going to be benefiting from this with that pole position and the current fastest lap here. So the standings are really starting to spice up right now with the results getting closer and closer, and with Rudolph Racing actually being in 2nd place in the standings and currently 4th and 8th. They'll be taking the official lead in the standings right there. But don't rule out Fast and Fun at the moment, who are in they're 15th unfortunately, and in 9th currently, as Leo Aris has had a spin there at the back now. And with Liberation Lovers being close in the standings and currently being the highest up currently, they will definitely gain a lot of points right now with Jasper and Evan in 2nd and 5th here. So this championship is really starting to spice up now. Wu is going to go for that crown, and Thomas picks up a 2-second penalty right now, so that will lose in position to his teammate and Rojuel. So that this race is just turning out from bad to worse there from Thomas and Leah, but they do have their double points left after this round, which they will enable here. Marley picking up another penalty, Pangri now picking up another penalty, so they could definitely take advantage of that, especially Liam, as we've got another spin here. Nick has spun out of 10th place here, up to down to 15th place right now, and Nathan is still clear out of Smalley Balls, who's keeping him under pressure, to be honest. Evan has won tier 1 cone a week or two ago, so he is in good spirits here to maybe ruin a battle there for the line addict team here. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to play out. Kenny now being ahead of Jasper running wide there and losing position to Kenny right now. Jasper having that penalty, but he's still about 4 seconds ahead, so if he can maintain that advantage now, then he'll be alright currently. But Phil is one of the quickest drivers here, so I'm certain that he'll be catching up here. But Jasper actually going down the inside, but things better off it. Nathan think the fast lap right there, actually being beaten by Frank now with a 49.60, so that's 2 less points scored by Nathan right now, as they don't have the double points here. Nick having DNF'd here, retiring on track actually. Not the smallest thing to do here, as you won't actually score any points now. He is alone, however, so it's difficult for him, as people had to back out there, but what can you do about that, eh? Phil picks up a 2-second penalty now, so that will gain more points for Seep now. So if Seep can close up to the back of Jasper and Phil, then team in 2nd place, Rudolph Racing, will definitely have gained a lot of points compared to Christmas Tree, which they need because of the double points. So yeah. So we'll see how that's gonna end up, but currently it's advantage loop. I've got the names, to be honest, but it is advantage for team. Christ, I've given the names. This is a disaster at the moment. Team Rudolph Racing has an advantage currently. With actually Seep being nearly in the 2-second window of Phil now. and Phil not really gaining to Jasper at the same time. So if Jasper picks up one more penalty, then it can really benefit C. But C has really used the track limits there and has got a warning. Liam now picking up a penalty. So if Rojuel closes him up, then Liam will gain or lose another position here. So bit of a disaster for the other team now. And as I quickly saw, Kenny's saying the fast lap right now, so he's closing the back up to Ennis right now, who's in 4th place, right? Scoring some good points for the Rudolph team here, but Kenny is really competitive at the moment and certainly will try to score some points. As we're on the final lap right now with Nathan being 1.1 seconds ahead, Smalley Boss just not being able to hold up with the pace of Nathan here. So Nathan is gonna really benefit from those double points here and score that 40-point buff here, which will boost them back up in the championship for sure, which is a massive standing game. And Kenny's got past Ennis right there, so this could be massive for the championship right there, with Nathan scoring the double points right there. And Ennis also catching up to the back of the Christmas tree team here, but it will be Nathan picking up his 2nd win after Zandvoort here. He wins the Grand Prix here in America. Very good drive there from him, Smolly Balls and Frank here, with Ennis actually picking up 4th there ahead of Kenny here. Jasper finished in 6th place, so that's a really good finish there also for the Libation team right there. So the championship is really, really spicing up right now. It will be so damn close at the end there. I'm not sure what the standings are currently, what the points system is, but it will be very, very close. This will be unbelievable how close it will be. So my goodness. So it is Nathan picking up the win here. Not the fast lap, but picking up the win. So um, if we go to okay, let me quickly get the results now. Bit messy, but hey ho. Doesn't really matter as we getting the results. Currently, there's only 17 cars left, unfortunately. So, what can you do about it, eh? Uh, 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 um, button 3. Just quickly getting the standings done. And interestingly, the leaders of last round have got a the upgrade points, so that's gonna be interesting to see here. They've decided to go for a bit of a risk here, to be honest, but yeah. Yeah, who knows how that's gonna happen. Ooh, we've got double points from Marley, and they've got a qualifying ban. So this is gonna be really interesting to say the least. They've got a qualifying ban, and so let's see how these last two races will end up with only one qualifying ban for Frank and. As we got Phil on pole position currently, it's really tight in the standings currently for whoever use this to full effect now, and it's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna play out here. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this is gonna play out with three cars, two teams having the double upgrade package here. Nick being on pole position around Spain here, he knows he's a Spain specialist at the moment here, and with Crossliam being very close as well, and Seeb also in P3 here, the standings are really starting to spice up here. And with Bombi being further down, the championship will be very, very tight here. It's gonna be really exciting. and it is Nick on pole position by 3 tenths. So it looks like Liam has made some sort of mistake because he was second going. Um, he had pole position here, so here, but Nick taking pole position here, the first for his team. Despite being a single driver for his team, he will make the difference here. And C being in second place will make it really interesting now. Also, we've got updated standings now going into this round here. So, as Ennis forgot to load in a setup, so that's gonna really haunt him. Um for the rest of this race here, but hopefully you make it work. And the standings after round 6 are Line Addicts have taken the lead with that win from Nathan um, there. So he's now on 177 points, with Rudolph Racing with 172, Christmas Tree with double points now with 161, Libertation Lovers with 154 points, and then Fast and Fun being some sort of still in it, but very difficult with 141 points. So it will be very, very tight there at the end. Here, so um, but yeah, the lights out and away we go here. A bit of a late reaction there for myself, but it's Pangri nearly taking the lead. But Nick holds on to the lead there in turn 1. Remember, people have to. It is random position here, so people can. That's a bit of a That's a bit of a banger right there, but to be honest, but it is random position for random points is so it is just a guess at the moment, but people are not listening to the stream right here. Let me quickly get up the standings right here, um, so people know what is going on here. I did roll them down to others here. So P1 currently gets 6 points, P2 gets 14 points, so Pangri currently gets 14 points, P3 gets 4 points, P4, Seep, currently gets 19 points, so that's a huge buffer, but he doesn't know that at the moment. Is he going to make moves forward here? Seep. Oh, P5 got Kenny with 7 points then. We've got Nathan with 12 points, would be very good for him. And then Leo Aris with 2 points, exactly what is on need. And coincidentally, double point is 20 points for P8. That is just unbelievable. This is called the Feliz Navidad Challenge for a reason, but my goodness, this is going to be exciting. What people are going to do in terms of moves here. So is Thomas going to hold position here? But because he will score 40 points then if he holds 8th place. So it's going to be interesting. So, because the last 3 positions, P18, P8, P19, P20 are not here, we are not going to count them. So, 15 points, 8 points, and 10 points are going to miss out here. But Liam, if he holds on to P16, which he is currently at, he will score 16 points. And with the double points, he will have 32 points on his own. And Thomas in 8th place is currently. Yeah, he'll score 40 points. So this is a big dub for Christmas Tree at the moment. We're certainly favorites here, but anything can change still, because Smolly Balls make some moves, people could spin out of the race. So it is generally just luck and being able to guess which positions are the right one here. But let's gonna see how it's gonna play out here. Leo Aris now on P7. Is he potentially going to make some move backwards here? So others are going to make it really spicy here. So So yeah, it's just a guessing game at the moment how people are gonna approach this because Liam, for example, has now moved up to 15th, but should know that. Oh, and with a spinner now, I don't know, sure what Liam is doing to be fair, but he is now in 15th, and he is just. Yeah, he's just taking a different approach to racing right now. Still in 16th, so he's currently in the right position at the moment. Just should have just kept going here, to be honest, and yeah, going for that final race here. Um, because he might have let his team down there, to be honest. But yeah, people are making some moves right now with Gurnman going up to P1 here, ahead of Pangri and Nick, who's nearly going sideways here into the long right-hander here. But yeah, people are switching position here, but Bompy is still holding on to that B8 position here, so he's gonna score that 40 points here. Liam also scoring that massive double points here. Do they know something we don't? Or are they listening to the stream here? That would be scenes if they just heard the stream here. Would be very smart. Yeah, but I could be wrong at the same time. You never know. Could be randomized as well. But yeah, are they going to make moves here? It looks like Liam is gonna hold on for that position at the moment here, and others are Uh, yeah, I'll say it's a lovely livery there from the team, but yeah, as we're gonna hold on to the final lap now, are we gonna see some switches now from other cars? Are they gonna take a risk right here, with the points being random? Uh, it's gonna be interesting to see how this is gonna play out here, with uh, Phil now being up to 9th place here. See, actually having Nathan actually having a spinner right now, so that promotes others up another spot. Liam also gets a 2-second penalty right now. Here, other cars really making a lot of mistakes right now, so the switches are starting to appear now. Bompy up to 4th place right now. He doesn't know what's going on right now. He ideally wants to be in that 8th spot right now, which is currently possessed by Marley. Smalley Ball's picking up a 3-second penalty right now. In 13th place, so he'll be close to 16th. But now Liam picking up another penalty right now, so that 16th spot is going to be really interesting to see how that's going to be possessed. But Marley is currently pole position to score that 20 points now. Uh, and I'll release thanks after. But on track, Pangri will win the race, but he'll only score 6 points. It is Gurman scoring 14 points, and it is P8 going to, looks like, no, not Nathan, Marley scoring the 20 points here. So Marley picking up the full point, Nathan backing off the final second here, and yeah, that was not good there from Nathan, who just dropped down the points there and lost quite a few spots right there. You should always go with your gut there before making your second decision here. So Nathan really dropping down the field here. So interesting standings here. So that's unbelievable standings right there. So many people being happy right now, but so yeah. So yeah, many people being happy and others not being happy. That's part of it. Oh. Nick was hearing the stream. He was a smart man, but not smart enough, I reckon. So where did he finish at the end? He finished. You're a smart man. You're a smart man. Well, it could have been a lie. could have been a lie, but this really spiced up the championship a bit. But Nick had the stream on, which to be fair is a smart tactic here. Uh, well, it's gonna be interesting to see how this is gonna play out as we move on to the final round. No qualifying bans, it's just purely down to performance here, and it's gonna be really interesting to see. Oh, Nick, you've really really well there, my friend. But yeah, let's see. Uh, but yeah, the standings will be very close as they will be updated now by Senna, and then we'll move on to the final round. And yeah. Anyway, we're gonna set up for the. I'm seeing many good strategies happening currently, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this final round will happen now as the standings are being updated, and then yeah, the final round. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see because people will earn a trophy um, from this. The winners will earn a trophy, which is something special, I'd say. So. Oh, sure. I need the results. That is kind of useful. Completely forgot. That was my bad there. As we now running up for the final time. Um, Here, this has been an awesome event. Commentating has been very difficult, but it has been amazing. Um, Amazing to see so many people driving for fun, and yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Interesting to see how this is gonna end up. The standings are being updated as it is currently. So as we have a fully dry race, shoot this more often. I appreciate it. That was good. That's good. As we move on to the final round, uh, um, now of the standings here, if we get them updated. It's going to be the Austrian Grand Prix with a one-shot qualifying and a 5-lap race to end of the first IRT Wintercup edition. Hopefully people have enjoyed it, but it's going to be interesting to see with Ennis on pole position currently quickly being followed and the standing just moving up like 10 different positions. To be honest, with Pangri on pole position right now with Nick in second, Leo third, and Smollyballs in fourth place, and Thomas in fifth place right there. As Leo actually moves up a bit, but moves down from first to 12, so that's unbelievable performance here. This is Evan's strongest track here, some would say, because he's won it plenty of times for IRT, but also in PSGL, so it's going to be interesting to see where people are going to end up here. This might be a strong track for others to yeah, to really just take the advantage out of it. It's gonna be easy to invalidate on this track here, as Bangry is actually in first place right now, ahead of Smollyballs. He's got no risks, to be honest here, and he's a little bit ahead. But Marley is also in third place, but moving down. Seeps unfortunately invalidated here, so he's gonna lose some positions there. But it is Smollyballs on pole with Bomb in second, Nathan in third, so the championship contenders are in first, second, and third. So it's gonna be interesting to see here. People don't know exactly what the standings are, which is currently being updated here. But the main contenders are up there, and Frank as well with the double points they had. Yeah, they are up there. Uh, they are up there in terms of standings. So let's see how this can end up. This will be a spicy ending with some controversy maybe at the end, but this is definitely down just to mm, fully based on performance now. So let's see how this final race is gonna go, and hopefully people are gonna enjoy it. So yeah, we're gonna see how this is, all these fully dry conditions. The cars are all lined up now on the grid here. And whilst people are racing, they don't know the final standings here. But it is gonna be very close between all sort of teams. So people are just trying to get the best results possible here. And yeah, then we're gonna see whoever has won the first edition of the IRT Wintercup there. And it's 5 lights. And away we go for the final time this afternoon here. It seems to be a good start there from Bompje here, slowing right behind Smalley Balls right there. And it's Nathan going down the inside, being quite aggressive here. Uh, um, but didn't work at the end there. But it is Smalley Balls taking control here on the lead so far. And Kenny slowing down in P4 tomorrow, breaking a bit later than usual here. And if we got the spin here, it's Phil being spun out there, unfortunately, for the high school club there or something. It's called, but it's been a disaster event for them so far. But it's Smalley Balls really controlling the lead so far, really pulling away from um, Thomas right there and Nathan behind them, and then Kenny as well. But yeah, every point's gonna matter now, so people are just gonna be fully aggressive now, trying to gain as many positions as possible here. And with C being lower down, he's gonna be trying to go really aggressive here, as his teammate Ennis is up there. And this is a good position for Jasper and Evan to be in, being first and seventh here. They're gonna gain a lot of points there. With the pole position and the fast lap currently will make such a difference here. And he's already cleared DRS of Thomas here, so Evan has got a really good pace going. Like it was predicted already, he's got a really good pace, and he is going for that championship. They're still in contention with the double points here, because the last time we checked, they were yeah, they were in fourth place, but they were not a million miles away from the teams around them. So they were still in contention then, with them scoring some good points currently. Um, you never know what can happen here, but it's Line Addicts currently in first place with Rudolph in second and Christmas Tree with the double points they used last time out could be in the mix still as well. So it is just a really guessing game at the moment. It could all mix up like between 1 to 2 points here between all the teams that are currently fighting for the lead here. Um, that could be really interesting to see. Marley is moving down some position, so he is spun out in a battle with Rojewell, so that could be a massive influence for Line Addicts who were in first place here. So Rojewell can earn a trophy, to be honest, despite being caught up last moment here, which could benefit, which could suck for them because Nathan is in third place. He's doing what he can to bring home that championship here. So. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how he does. But Evan is in control in the lead. He's doing what he can for his team to win the championship. But Jasper's just moving down so many positions. He's now moving down to 12th place here. So Jasper just losing so much time currently. Nick has picked up a penalty, so Marley's moved ahead of Jacob here. So Rosewell is now up to 15. So every point can make the difference here, and hopefully that will. Be the same for him as well, and another 3-second penalty for Jet, who's retired. So his IRT Winter Cup has come to an end, unfortunately. There, as Nathan picks up the fast lap right now, he's closing back up to Smolly Balls right there. So if Evan wants to get that fast lap here, then he's got no ERS, so he's got to save at some point here. And Nathan's really got some good pace going at the moment to catch up to the back of the field here, and yeah, to. Yeah, to pick up some good points here, and then because it's already lap 4. But look at Liam and Bompje, they're currently 3rd and 5th here, so they'll score some good points here. So they'll be in the mix as well here. It's gonna be really interesting to see how they will hold up there. But Nathan has closen up to the DRS train now. He's used a bit of track limits right there, interestingly. He's got no ERS left, but he's now in the DRS of Smolly Boss, who is also used. Same for Bompje. Kenny, interestingly, has got 3 seconds, as Nick has picked up a penalty and Siep has picked up a penalty. So it doesn't look like it's gonna go Rudolph Racing is way currently, as Siep has picked up a penalty. Won't lose any positions here, but Ennis is still in 6th place, so he's got an opportunity for them to gain in the championship here. Are people gonna make a desperate move later on? It doesn't look like it. Actually, Nick with a lovely send there down the inside of Ennis right there. It won't actually matter because he has a penalty here, but Ennis being really caught out right there. There's battles at the back right here with Phil and Pangri and Leo Aries here for P8 on track here. But it won't be enough for Nathan, who was really close to the back of yeah, he was really close to the back of Smolly Balls here, but it won't be enough, and it will probably be another win for Smolly Balls here, going around the final corner now, and it will be Evan winning the race for his team, but will it be enough for the championship? Who knows, but he wins on track ahead of Nathan, Boompje, Kenny, Liam, Ennis, Nick in 7th who've made that lovely send, but just wasn't enough. Leo Aries in 8th, 9 for Phil, 10 for Jasper Woos. That might be crucial at the end, getting a P10 home. Gurman in P11, Pangri P12, Siep P13, Rojewell in P14, Marley P15, Frank P16 doing some donuts at the end, so that won't really be an advantage for his team, but hey, oh well. Running out the grid right now, so people are gonna be desperately waiting for the standings here. We're gonna wait until the standings are done here. So as we see for the final time on the podium, we got Eben celebrating the win as he's done many times around Austria here. The Scottishman has done a wonderful performance here today, and a deserved win here, but will it be enough for the standings here? Who knows? It's going to be really interesting to see what is going to happen here. Um, in the standings with Nathan picking up that fastest lap here. That could be very interesting. Very, very interesting what's going to happen with those laps here. And yeah. Um, us, we're waiting for the final results to enter. Let me quickly just scroll down. So we're gonna calculate the scores and then, yeah, people, you're gonna find out who's gonna be the first IRT League Winter Cup winners here. It's gonna be interesting to see uh, what is going to happen, but yeah, it is certainly going to be tight. So it is interesting to see what is going to happen. Um, it's round 7. Not gonna calculate them just yet, but it was very, very close. Going into the final round, 3 teams were desperately uh, um, in the mix for the standings here. We're just waiting for the winners. We're calculating the winners. Um, So it's gonna be really interesting to see, just waiting for the standings to end, but I'm probably just gonna end the stream right now. Hopefully people have enjoyed the stream here. This was the first edition of the IRT Winter Cup here. I certainly enjoyed it in the commentary box, seeing people struggle around Canada, many different circuits with many different challenges here. People seem to have enjoyed it. I loved it personally myself, so if you loved it and you're watching the stream back, make sure to send me a DM what went well, what we can do better, because there's certainly things we can do better, but there's a lot of things that done well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Have good festive days still, and a happy new year, because the new year is happening in a couple of days already. So the year's just flying around. So yeah, enjoy it, and then yeah, have a good one, guys, and speak to you guys soon. Bye bye.